Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Welcome everybody to the channel. If you're new, you're welcome. Out today at one of the subscribers who's having one or two problems with Capita. Usual thing, stupid letters that they send you, telling you the date they're coming to visit and all the rest of it. I've told them to ignore the letters, because obviously this particular person was license free for 2 years and then let it pass, of course, and now she's had letters saying they're coming to visit and check and all the rest of it. She's a female, and of course she's a lady on her own, very vulnerable lady, and she's getting a lot of anxiety, people getting harassment letters, and I'm just trying to help her out, say, well, what you have to do, like everything else, you have to stand your ground. It's just harassment. I told them what to do, but these my subscribers and stuff. But this lady is suffering a bit from harassment, and I told her to ring back up and tell them you no longer watch BBC television again, and you want to confirm a letter again sent to you, and stop the harassment letters and stuff like that, and you'll get a 2-year exemption. That's the rule. If you've got no license decoration, no license needed decoration, that's what you have to do, folks. And you'll stop all the people coming to your door. If you blag them off, obviously eventually they will come knocking. And obviously in this area at the moment they're doing a door-to-door area in this area. And of course this is a downstairs flat, and of course and a lady as well, of course. Vulnerable lady, and they're trying to target probably that, because on her letter it's got miss. She's a miss, and of course that's what they do. Capita, they target ladies, old ladies or whatever, who try to get their commission and trying to bully them into the property. But there's no way that this lady, with my advice, will let them in unless they've got a search warrant. Now the person who's great on law is obviously the black belt barrister, which I'm going to leave a link there too. If you look at it, with black belt barrister, he's gone through a lot of this with harassment, and of course, a great friend of mine on YouTube, of course, is Chili John. If you go through that and see what Chili's done over the last few years, 5 or 6 years, he's done fantastic work, and obviously he's coming up to 100,000 subscribers. He should be getting that shortly, because the work is done. But if you look at his channel as well, you'll see he goes into a lot of depth with the letters, and they're just scaremongering basically. They're just letters that don't need to be replied to. If you say we're coming October the 15th, on that day they don't turn up, then they're going to come again some other time. That's what they do. They just don't turn up on that particular day. They just harass people and say, well, this particular lady had a card in, so they did come on the 15th, but she was carded because she wasn't in, she was at work actually. So I've gone through the situation, what you have to do. I suggested to this lady, she's got to ring up, tell them you no longer need a license, and go through the same procedure as license free, like Inspector C, and no more letters and no more harassment from the Capita. But you just never know, because I said before, they'll keep coming back, especially if it's a vulnerable lady on her own, and in a downstairs flat. They're looking outside this window, whether they can see inside, of course, and try and catch out. Well, she doesn't watch BBC, she's told me, and I believe her. She doesn't watch BBC television. She used to do it, but she doesn't watch it anymore. She's got other things to watch other than BBC. And I would say, as long as you stand your ground, because to get into your property, they have to have a search warrant. They have to get a court order, and of course, if they want to do that, that's the next step, of course. It has happened before, hit this premises. I've been here before and tried to advise the lady, and again, she got a 2-year exemption letter and everything else, but she let it lapse for a while because of various things, and she was away on holiday at the time, stuff like this, and so she let it lapse and didn't renew it. be 2 year renewal. And of course, she must have been on a computer database, and they came visiting and threatening letters and stuff like this. And that's what they do. They're all in like a database where they come, just regardless of whether you're not paying or whatever. I have told her to get also a camera on the door. That would be another thing, so she doesn't have to answer the door, and with more safety anyway, because you can see who's at the door, and she doesn't need to answer the door. And as long as she knows what to do, that's the best thing, and you can just relax and not get any anxiety and harassment from these people. But like I say, if you have the same problems, check out the Black Belt Barrister and Chili John, two great people who help in, like I'm trying to do myself, how to handle this door-to-door sales. And by 2027, when the Charter gets renewed, this will stop. This will stop. All this harassment at your front door will stop. And it's up to you out there, the folks, to do the same. Ring up and tell them, you know, you're not watching, and you'll get no more letters, but at least 2 years anyway. Anyway, thanks again for all the new people. I've had about 10 people in one day, which is very, very rare for me, but thank you very much for everybody who subscribed to my channel. And one of the videos did over 1,000 views, which is great for me. Must have done something right. Anyway, thanks again to everybody, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.